everyone, as always, Dylan, Miller Prospecting, and as you can see, again, I have another bag from LesserFamilyGold.com. This is their treasure sack number 2, the Gold Picker treasure sack. And also, as you can see, this bag is already open because it was wet, and I did not want to edit this and cut and have to stop and go bake it for an hour. So I opened it last night, dried it out to make it easy to get to the classification. But let's first get into this. Again, LesserFamilyGold.com. This is their sack number 2. It is guaranteed 0.7 grams of gold and silver. So it's supposed to have silver in this one. That's what it says. The price is $79.49 plus $7.15 in shipping for a grand total of $86.64. Again, like all the other Lesser Family Gold bags, it is supposed to contain, it does or can contain gold, silver, copper, garnets, mica, quartz, quartz gold, iron ore, boronite, and a whole bunch of other things. They also, 1 in 25 bags, we'll have a winner, which is a 1 ounce silver bar. 1 in 50 will have a winning gold nugget. And 1 in 100 will have a winning gold nugget and a winning 1 ounce silver bar. Also, every bag except for the sample bag is supposed to have this little pan trinket, which if you watch my other video, I'm not a huge fan of. But what I will say is this is a more expensive bag than the last one. Did not actually come with one. It didn't come with the little trinket. So even though they promised you the trinket, you didn't get it. So this one's not starting out good. But let's just classify this down. See what we get. I did see gold, so I'm happy about that. And that's what I'm really after. It doesn't bug me that I didn't get the trinket, other than the fact that they told me I'd be getting a trinket. So if they wouldn't have told me, I wouldn't have been upset. But they told me it was going to be in there. Again, as in so far, the other 2 Lesser Family Gold bags I've processed, it has a lot of material in the plus 10. Pretty much all the material, probably a good 3/4 of it, in the last 2 bags were in the plus 10. Now this bag, I believe, weighed out to 1 pound and I want to say 10 ounces or 11 ounces. So a little bit more than the last one. Well, as you can see, again, almost all of it is in the plus 10. Let's check to see how much of this is magnetized. And so far, as in all the other lessers, it looks like probably half of it is magnetized. I mean, it's a big chunk. So, well, let's see what we get. I'm going to go dive right into this and see if I can find some gold and to see if I can find some of these treasures that so far have been pretty elusive. So, let's see if we can get something good this time. Alright, I am back, finished panning it all out, and as you can see, I found a nice bit of gold again. As usual, found a lot of copper. I'm going to show you this. Let me see. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in enough for you to see this, but I thought this copper was natural copper, but when you look at it, you can actually see numbers, and there's actually one of them, you can see the letter G on it, a lowercase g. So, looks kind of like, to me, like someone took a coin and tried to melt it down or something, and it still retained some of the lettering. I don't know, but it's looking less natural then. But I don't know what I would do with this copper anyway, so no hugie. So again, in the plus 10, I did find these 2 nuggets, as well as about 40 pieces in the minus 10 plus 20. Found about, I guess, 25 pieces in the minus 20 plus 40. And in the minus 40, I actually this time did find one small lone piece. It's a really thin piece, and my guess is it probably would have been in the plus 40 if it wasn't for it being so slender. It probably just went in at the right angle. And as to treasures or trinkets, again, as I said earlier in the video, I did not find a little pan in this one, so no trinkets. And I also did not find any treasures other than the copper. There was nothing really, but what I did find was some trash. So a piece of broken glass, an old rusty nail, really tiny, like a tack nail from like a carpet tack, and an old fishing weight with the fishing line still attached to it. So no trinkets, some treasures in the gold and the copper, and 3 pieces of trash. But I did find one other thing though. And that would be this. A really, really big nugget. So I'm going to weigh that up, weigh the rest of this up, and let's see what we get. I'm thinking that that nugget might be one of the jackpot nuggets. So let's see. Weighs 0.519. So that's pretty good. Now I'm going to weigh up the rest of this, and let's see what we get as a grand total. 0.518. We're going to call it that after it's settled down for a minute. All right, so let me... Let's add the gold. Now this should be 0.75 was the minimum. Let me add the big nugget. 1.229 grams. So definitely hit over the 0.75, and I'm pretty sure I got one of the 1 in, I believe it's 50. Let me check my notes. 1 in 50 will win a gold nugget. So I'm pretty sure that was in this because that's a half a gram over what I should have recovered. So I'm going to be right back with recovery of investment and the review. All right. Finished drying up all the gold, crunching the numbers, writing the review. So let's get right into it. This is lesserfamilygold.com. This is our treasure sack number 2 gold picker bag. Guaranteed 0.75 grams of gold. Cost was $79.49. Shipping was $7.15 for a grand total of $86.64. Now the gold I recovered was 1.229 grams. The one large nugget right there weighed 0.518. So without it, I recovered 0.711 grams of gold. Gold spot as of today is $42.61. So total gold I recovered was $52.37. Now without that nugget, now I don't know positively that this is a 1 in 50 bag where I won a gold nugget. I would guess I did just by the numbers, but you know, I can't guarantee it 100%. So my ROI, my recovery of investment, was 60.54%. Now if I didn't get that nugget, it would have been 35%, but I think I would have had more gold added. It would have been a 0.711 is what I recovered. So I'd have had to get, you know, a little bit more. So I'm sure maybe they made the bag a little light just because they put in the nugget if they won. If I didn't win, it was just a really rich bag. I'll never know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they tell you win the nugget. Who knows? You know, on some of the other sellers, they actually label their bags if it was a jackpot. But either way, a lot of gold. So let's get to the review. For my ROI, my recovery of investment, it's going to get a 6.1. Fun factor, again, it's an 8 just because I didn't really get treasures and I kind of found a lot of what I would call trash. But this is out of a real mine, so that you will find that stuff. So I'm not going to make it worse. I didn't take away points. It just wasn't as much fun. It's about the same as the other bags. Paydirt description is a 10. They really, Lesser Family Gold really has a detailed description. Paydirt quantity and packaging, again, they're getting a 10 for the quantity. It was well over a pound. The bags are really thick, so they're getting a 9 for that, so total is 9.5. Customer service and shipping, again, getting a 10 for customer service and a 6 for very slow shipping this time, which is a total of 8. So total score for Lesser Family Gold's Treasure Sack number 2 is an 8.3, which is much better than the last 2 bags I reviewed. And if the shipping would have been quicker, it would have actually been an 8.7. So, now again, I don't know if this is a bonus bag or not. I'll never know. It was a really good bag though. It had a couple problems with it. There's no real treasures in it. It was more trash. The shipping was slow. Wasn't as much fun. But overall, it wasn't a horrible bag. It was a pretty decent bag. So far, this is the best of the 3 that I've reviewed, and I still have 1 more to review tomorrow. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button right down here if you're not a subscriber already. Leave a comment, leave a like. Make sure, check us out. Thanks.